Have you thought about hitting a utility iron at the top end of your bag? Today, we're going to talk about one of the coolest clubs in that category, the Cobra King Utility Iron.
If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe and click that little notification bell. We upload golf content weekly.
Hey guys, Tyson and Brady with Golf Ascending. Question for you. Have you ever thought about changing a club at the top end of your bag? Do you generally hit your irons well? Is an adjustable iron something that might be of interest to you?
Some people struggle with hitting their woods or their hybrids, and maybe they just have a hard time hitting them consistently straight or shaping their shots. If these are issues for you, or you just want to gap your clubs out a little bit better, then maybe a utility iron is the right choice for you. And specifically, this utility iron, the Cobra King Utility Iron.
On the Cobra website, they go into more detail on who this club is designed for. They say the King Utility Iron features a hollow body design, forged power shell, and tungsten weighting that work in unison to deliver maximum speed, distance, and precision in a hybrid iron. They claim that it's a versatile option for golfers seeking performance that blends the distance of a hybrid with the control of an iron, making it the perfect club to use off the tee or on a longer approach shot. The King Utility Iron is available in a 3 utility and 4 utility. The 3 utility goes as low as 18 degrees of loft up to 21 degrees of loft with 0.5 of a degree increments. The 4 utility is as low as 21 degrees and goes all the way up to 24 degrees, also in increments of 0.5 degrees. Before Brady gives his review on this club, make sure to like the video. Also, give us a comment down below and let us know if more utility irons should have the adjustable lofts.
All right, so the King Utility Club is mine. I have it in my bag, and I have used it on the course and at the range. And the reason that got me to get a utility club, well, first of all, was Tyson had interest in getting a utility club, a 2-iron, and he hit really well with it. And I was never really into hitting my long irons. I was never the best at hitting them. I would take the 4-iron out of my bag, and then I would just have my 4 hybrid, 5 wood, 3 wood, and driver. But I decided to bring the 4-iron to the range, and I actually hit really well with it. So I was like, you know what, maybe a long iron is a good choice. And as far as my 5 wood, I wasn't using it as much as I would like, and this, having the utility iron, kind of fit within the gapping of my clubs, especially this one because it's adjustable, which is something else that attracted me to this club. I could put it down to 18 degree and treat it a little bit more like a 2-iron instead of a 3-iron, and it kind of just replaced the 5 wood in my bag. And so I got to hit it on the course, I got to play with it on the range. To start off with, honestly, I kind of had a hard time getting adjusted to it because it definitely does hit different than a 5 wood. You got to kind of, swing a little different, but it still, overall, as I got used to it, it hit pretty well. It feels pretty smooth, and then I gotta say, it is freaking beautiful. That actually helped me get this club too. I think Tyson was the one who found it first and sent it to me. He's like, you got to check this out. So my overall review looks, you give that thing a 10 out of 10. Being able to be adjustable, I believe it's the only utility iron that's adjustable out there right now. So that's another plus, and it is a pretty smooth club. I hit fairly well with it, and I've enjoyed having it in my bag thus far. But Tyson has a little complaint about this club for him.
Yeah, so I was actually originally looking for a utility iron for my bag, and this was the first one that I looked at. Like Brady was saying, this club is just beautiful. I mean, the murdered out black with the orange accent, I wanted it really bad. The adjustable loft was something that I was super fond of as well. Just, like he was saying, you're able to adjust it to fit, within the gaps of your longer clubs. And so I was like, yeah, I want to get one of these things. looked all over eBay, looked all over a whole bunch of used sites, and I was like, why can't I find this club? I finally went to the Cobra website. Should have probably gone there first just to see, but they don't offer the dang club in left-handed. And I was so pissed because I was ready to buy it full price for, $200 or whatever it was. I was going to buy this thing. And so I actually sent Cobra an email and I was like, hey, is something wrong with your website? Do you guys not have a left-handed version of this club? And they responded back and said, no, we do not. The funny thing is they actually said, hey, you could just go get a Cobra F8 3 iron and it's the same thing. And I was like, no, it's not the same thing. So I had a pretty negative experience, honestly, with Cobra themselves. The club is beautiful. Cobra, their customer service, I wasn't too happy with. But, I understand that, as left-handers, we're not, the majority, we are the minority. So I understand that. So I actually ended up switching to Titleist, but this was my first choice. And so, yeah, I was really jealous when Brady bought this. Like, I was crying inside. I was like, I want that club. But
So,
yeah.
The good news for righties is that you can get it. Bad news for lefties, it doesn't exist, which is too bad. But yeah, overall, I very much enjoy this club. Looks and playability. Okay, so I have to admit, this is currently in my bag right now, and I have been hitting with it. But recently, I did go to a local golf store, and I tested out this club against another club that I've been interested in, and it's actually the Ping G400 2 Hybrid. And I actually hit really well with this. On the simulator, I hit it on the green every time, but I also hit on the green every time with the Ping, but the distances were farther with the 2 Hybrid for me. And so ultimately, as far as gapping out my clubs on the top end of my bag, I decided that this isn't necessarily the best club for me. And in all honesty, the long irons still do give me a little bit of fear. So I figured I would be more comfortable just while playing if I pull out a 2 hybrid than hitting this 2 iron. I still have been able to hit it really well. I still think it's a great club, still beautiful, and I can hit really well with it. So I think you should test it out, try it. Maybe go to your local golf store or the PGA Superstore, hit it on simulator, see if it's something you like.
So there is Brady's review of the Cobra King Utility Iron. Be sure to look out for our other club reviews. We will have links in the description below. Also coming up, we do have a Titleist TMB review, and this is actually my utility iron. So stay tuned for that. Should be a good one. But again, thanks for watching. If you did like the video, click that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell for all of our future golf content.